good evening, good afternoon, or whenever you are watching this. You know who I am by now. And it's time for Week 13 picks. Another week in the NFL. Some teams need to win this week to keep any playoff hopes alive, while others, you may as well just start looking for a new coach and some new players next year. Last week, Week 12, went 8-8. Not bad, but not great. I went split. I did predict the Cleveland Browns upset, though, correctly. Yay! I give myself a pat on the back. But unfortunately, yeah, I didn't see Miami or Jacksonville winning, which was a surprise. Now, of course, I know somebody's like, oh, you're going to talk about the playoff races? I did that in my Wide Water Sports video. If you want to hear that, go to that one. But, let's get to the picks. Game 1, Thursday night. Falcons versus the Saints. Saints need this one to keep any playoff hopes alive. Atlanta wins this, they're pretty much winning the division. And, you know, I've been hating Atlanta for the last two games because, you know, they did win, but they played so bad, it's ridiculous. I mean, take a look when the Falcons played the Cardinals. Turned over the ball 6 times. I still can't believe you won that. And you barely got by Tampa. Now, unfortunately for the Saints, your defense hurt you again. You know, you got beat by the Niners bad. Your defense really couldn't stop them. Drew Brees had a bad night. And you know what? I want to pick the Saints. I really do, because I love Drew Brees. He's a great quarterback, future Hall of Famer, but I got to go with Atlanta on this one, you know. You know, they've been playing bad football the last 2 weeks. They're finding ways to win, and at the end of the day, it's wins that matter. So, I got to take the Falcons on this one, guys. I think it's going to be a close game, though, Thursday night. Game 2, Chicago versus the Seahawks. I'm taking the Bears. Bears really showed what they can do when they have Jay Cutler in against the Vikings this past week. Seahawks are back on the road traveling from Miami, now to Chicago. You know, and Seattle got lost to Miami, which I think was a shock. Bears should win this one. I love the Bears' defense. I'm still questionable about their offense. But, hey, like I said with Atlanta, a win's a win at this point. Game 3, Texans versus the Titans. I gotta be honest here. Texans technically should not have won Thanksgiving. Okay, let's just be honest there right here and right now. The only reason they won was because of that phantom touchdown, and you know what I mean. You could tell he was down. Unfortunately, the Lions head coach threw the red flag, challenge flag, and they couldn't look at it due to it because it would have been an illegal look. So that cost them, in my opinion. But Texans won. I know they're happy about that, but I question that one. That's 2 games this year that I think the NFL screwed up. That one being one, and of course the other one, Packers versus Seahawks, for obvious reasons. But we're talking about the Titans, who looked bad. Oh God, that Jacksonville made them look like a joke. I'm taking the Texans. They're pretty much in control of their own destiny. There should be an easy win for Houston, hopefully. I don't trust the Titans. Game 4, Patriots versus Dolphins. Patriots win this game, they pretty much win the division. Dolphins need this win to keep any hopes alive of making the playoffs. And you know, I'll give the Dolphins credit. They did beat Seattle, but you're playing the Patriots. Patriots have been red hot. You saw what they did to the Jets on Thanksgiving. I'm taking Tom Brady and the Patriots. This is another easy game for them. Now, when they play the Texans next week, that's interesting. Next, Jaguars versus Bills. Oh, dear God in heaven. Talk about a game no one wants to watch or pick. You know, it's about 2 bad teams. Bills are not good this year. Jaguars, yeah, okay, yeah, they only have 2 wins this year. That shows how bad they are. Yeah, you know what I like? They got Chad in there. He's doing pretty good for them. They almost did beat Houston a few weeks ago. They did beat Tennessee. So, you know what? I'm going to take Jacksonville. I like how they're doing now. You know, maybe they get to a good, maybe they end on a high note, maybe. But I don't know. But I'm taking Jaguars. I really don't like this game. To be honest, it was a coin flip. Next, Colts versus Lions. Colts got a win over the Bills this past week. Lions, like I said, lost on Thanksgiving. I got to take the Colts. You know, Lions have not been playing good ball this year. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs at this point. So the Madden curse, I know no one wants to hear it because some people don't believe it. I do. The Madden curse hit Detroit this year. And you know, I know Chad's not injured. Chad Johnson, Megatron's not injured, but they're not making the playoffs. So the curse did its job. Colts win over the Lions. Game 7, Panthers versus the Chiefs. Another game that I really don't want to pick because as far as I'm concerned, both teams are crap. Alright? Panthers did just beat the Eagles on Monday. But you know what? Eagles have been playing bad football this year, and I'll talk about them later in the video. Kansas City, my God. You are the worst team in the NFL, okay? I mean, good Lord. Yeah, you suck. Okay? You only have one win, and that was a fluke. I'm surprised you not win. I'm not surprised. I would be surprised if you would have went winless. Somebody would have told me there was a shot you would have gone winless if you didn't have that win. I would have believed it. I'm taking the Panthers. Cam Newton did real well Monday night. Got 2 passing touchdowns and 2 running TDs. I got to take him this week. Game 8, Packers versus the Vikings. Do or die game for the Vikings. You need to win. Try to get that 6th seed from Seattle. Packers, you're in control of your own destiny. You win this, you're still holding that 5th seed. If luck goes your way, you could pass Chicago. I'm taking the Packers. You know, yes, Green Bay got destroyed by the Giants on Sunday. But you know what? Packers still have that 5th seed. They still got Aaron Rodgers. And I think if they can get some people back on the defense, and I believe they're getting Greg Jennings back this week, that's going to help Green Bay. Green Bay should win this one. Next, 49ers versus the Rams. I'm taking the 49ers on this one. Let's hope to God it's not another tie like we just saw them a couple weeks ago. Because if it ends in a tie again, I am seriously going to question what the heck is going on with these two teams. Now, I am taking the Niners. I love their defense. But right now, we don't know who the starting quarterback is going to be. It's either going to be the hot young shot who's won in the last 2 games over the Bears and then this past week over the Saints, or they're going to put Alex Smith in. The head coach has not said yet. He's supposed to make an announcement during the midweek, so expect tomorrow to find out who the Niners QB is. So depending if you got Alex Smith on fantasy team or not, you may be playing him or you may have to play somebody else. So keep an ear to the grindstone on, that one when you're making your pick. Wait till, the QB thing's announced. I can't. I'm taking the Niners. Next one, another game I hate. Jets versus the Cardinals. Oh, dear God in heaven. Jets are playing like dog. The Cardinals blew a game over the Rams this past week. Jets got destroyed on Thanksgiving night. I'm taking the Jets. This is the same thing for me like the Jaguars and Bills. It's a coin flip. I can't really say which team is good. Both teams, in my humble opinion, suck. So if you want to know really how to pick this one, just do this. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one does not suck the most this week? And then you'll have your answer. I'll take the Jets. I say Jets win by 1 point, okay? I'm making my score prediction. They're going to win by 1 point. And if they win by more, I'll be surprised. Next, Broncos versus the Bucks. Broncos on an interesting situation here. A win and a San Diego's loss guarantees you the division. I think, and Broncos play the Bucks this week. Bucks are coming off that heartbreaking loss over Tampa. And I'm not Tampa, over Atlanta. Pardon me, I apologize for that screw up. Send it to Botchamania. Anyway, Tampa Bay lost a heartbreaking game to Atlanta this past week. I gotta take Peyton Manning in the Denver Broncos. They're playing great football. I'm eating crow because I said Denver is not gonna even make it, but unfortunately, yeah, I'm eating crow, but I can deal with it. Broncos win. Next, Ravens versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm taking the Ravens, guys. Steelers have been playing bad football the last 2 weeks. You lost to the Ravens in a close one. You got destroyed by the Cleveland defense, Pittsburgh. What the hell? I expected the Browns to win, but I didn't expect to get you guys to turn over the ball 50 billion times. Figure of speech, alright? I know it wasn't 50 billion times, but you get my point. If Big Ben is not back this week, I don't think the Steelers can win. If Pittsburgh wants to make the playoffs, and I stated this in my Wild Water Sports video, they need Big Ben. Because without him, I don't think they make it. If he's not back this week, Ravens should win this, and it's in Baltimore. I got to take the Ravens on this one. Steelers just not playing good ball. Next, Bengals versus the Chargers. Bengals on a best case scenario right now with Pittsburgh not playing good football. There is a shot. Yes, not a big shot, But there is a shot that Bengals can take the 6th seed if luck goes their way. And they play San Diego this week. Well, San Diego, who I didn't know they had a football team apparently, because apparently they don't know how to tackle somebody on a 4th and 29. Okay, when you let a team get a first down on a 4th and 29, you suck. Period. I'm taking Cincinnati to win this. There's no excuse. Yes, I had the Ravens last week, but there was no excuse on that 4th and 29th by San Diego. They should have stopped them, and Ravens should have lost that game. But San Diego does not know how to tackle. No, Turner, I think you're going to be fired this year, so have fun looking for a new job. Next, Browns versus the Raiders. I'm taking Cleveland. You know, Cleveland's been playing good football. They almost beat the Cowboys. They destroyed Pittsburgh to, getting the ball so many times. And I think they're going to do it against Oakland. I got to take the Browns. There's a very good chance the Browns could be 8-8 if things go their way. And I said it a few weeks ago that Cleveland, yes, their record's not that good, but they don't play like a team who has a bad record. Cleveland next year, I think, could be a threat because they're starting to mesh. They got a new owner. Who knows if they're going to have a new head coach? Maybe Andy Reid. Who knows? But Cleveland is learning what is important when you're in the lead. They're learning how to win games when you're leading. That's important. If Browns keep this up, maybe they can use that to next season and maybe be a threat. Maybe. But Browns should beat the Raiders. Raiders have been poor at best this year. Sunday night game. Dallas Cowboys versus the Eagles. Both coming off a loss. Cowboys coming off a heartbreaking loss against the Skins on Thanksgiving. Almost pulled off the comeback. And so as for Philly, Philly's just been a joke this year. I feel sorry for Andy Reid. I don't like the Eagles. I'm a Dallas fan, but I respect Andy Reid. He's a great coach. Unfortunately, it just seems like every time I watch an Eagles game as of late, it seems like the team, his players are quitting on him. Bick may not be playing this week. Your running back may be out this week, so you got to depend on other people. But when they can't come in and be dependable, there's a problem. I got to take Dallas this week, because that's my team. I mean, come on. There's the pen right there to prove it. It's a Cowboy pen. I'm wearing my Dallas Cowboy buckle too, alright? I'm not showing that. I take Cowboys. Cowboys are at home this week. Remember, they only got 2 away games near the end of the stretch. That's at Cincinnati and Washington in Week 17. And Andy Reid, I love you, man. I respect you. You're a great coach, but I think this is your last hurrah in Philadelphia. I expect you to get fired after the season's over, and I expect Michael Vick to be looking for a new job because he's one injury away from not playing football anymore. Okay? People say he's still good. I'm sorry. He's getting old in age, and he's injury prone. That's not good if you're a quarterback. Alright? Monday night game. Giants versus the Redskins. This has a lot of playoff potential. Because Redskins win this, it makes it a 3-team race. If the Giants win, then mathematically, unless for some whatever reason, everybody in front of the Redskins, that'd be Dallas, Seattle, Vikings, Tampa, and Saints. And Redskins go 9-7. But to me, I don't think you can get a wild card spot as a 9-7. To me, Skins would have to win out to make it. But Giants, they destroyed Green Bay. And I got to take the Giants on this one. I know a lot of people are going to pick the Skins because of RG3. What I am worried about is that rookie wall. He has not hit it yet. That is bothering me a bit. Because you want him to hit it, but you don't want him to hit when it's playoff, if they get in the playoffs, because then it's going to look bad. Okay? Andrew Luck already hit the rookie wall when he played New England. When they played New England, because that game was terrible. That was his worst game this year. Since then, he's been going back to normal. RG3 has not really had a bad game. I don't know if that's because he's been lucky, or he's he is talented, but I don't know why he hasn't had that rookie wall that every rookie's hit. He hasn't hit it yet. That may be good, that may be bad, depending on who you are. Giants showed what can happen after a bye week. They win a game in November. This is December. And I got to say, Giants have always been hot in December. Don't believe me? Look at last year. They went to the playoffs as a 9-7. and won the Super Bowl. So, you know, Giants should. I'm taking the Giants. I trust Eli Manning a little bit more than RG3 in this game. This is a big game for him. You know, everyone said the game against Dallas was big. I didn't think so. This one is because you win this, you keep playoff dreams alive, and you could win the division. You lose this, your playoff dreams could be going right out the window. Alright? Giants should win this one. I think it's going to be the best Monday night game of the season, and I think it's going to be decided by that much. It's going to, one wrong move in the fourth quarter is going to screw somebody. I guarantee it. So, my picks for this week are the Falcons, Bears, the Houston Texans, the New England Patriots, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Feel the war. Indianapolis Colts, by the way. Good luck to Mr. Colts head coach, Chuck. You know, not a Colts fan, but I respect what they're doing. Panthers win. Go Cheeseheads, go Packers this week, I got. The 49ers of San Francisco. The Jets, Jets, without their fireman fan because he's done for the year. The Denver Broncos. The Baltimore Ravens, croak the Raven nevermore. Cincinnati Bengals keep the fights alive. Browns have shocked the world this week. Cowboys win at home. And the Giants get an impressive win over the Skins. Those are my picks for this week. Let me know what you think of my picks. Do you like them? Or do you think I'm going a little bit loopity-loopity in the head on some of them? Let me know what you think. So until I see you for NFL Week 14 next week, I'm signing up. But before I do, I gotta mention something. If you love watching my videos for other reasons besides football, later this week I will have my movie review of Wreck-It Ralph and my video game review of WWE 13. And anyone who knows me knows I'm a wrestling fan. You may want to watch something. You may want to watch that one because I'm going to shock the world on that one. So until then, I'm the DOUG signing out.